Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of the Family Standards Podcast. My name is James or Windy.
And I'm Amanda or Mandy Cat.
Oh wow. Wow, that's very nice.
Aww. She always picks James. Anyway.
Oh.
Oh fuck, she's probably going over to him right now.
Sure.
No, stay with
Oh, she
Mom.
can stay there, that's totally fine.
Don't call her.
Anyways, what are we doing today?
I kind of wanted to switch it up a little bit. And like before, we had one episode where we played that game. I don't even know what that game was called, but I wanted to do another fun game type episode. So I was like, okay, well, what could we play? So I was thinking just the typical would you rather. And I have a bunch of questions, like would you rather questions. Some of them are just basic. Some of them are a little bit more intense. Some of them are more couple related. And yeah, I just thought maybe they would instigate some conversation around some of the
Cool
questions as well.
I like that. I haven't seen any of these.
Yeah.
Because I think when we played the questions, I was reading them all, right? So I had a little bit of a head start, but it's going to be nice not knowing anything.
Yeah. And I only literally just found these today, like while I was doing some cardio at the gym. So if the questions are dumb, I'm not sorry. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, can we just say how nice this looks?
Oh, doing daytime?
Yeah. This is the earliest we probably filmed the podcast.
True.
But last episode, it was like dark, so we can showcase the neon sign. You guys can still see the neon sign if you're watching on YouTube, but yeah. It's nice. The ambiance is pretty nice in the daytime. I kind of miss it. So.
For those of you that are missing our first few episodes, the look, are you happy that the window's open and you can see the tree again?
It's hard to see the tree when the sign's there, but
I think they can still see it. It's just not, there's no snow. We don't have any snow. It's weird.
It's gotten really warm all of a sudden.
Whatever.
Anyways, moving on.
Okay, first one. So I don't know. I think maybe we'll go back and forth. You can answer it first and then I'll answer it and then whatever. Would you rather have an extra toe or an extra finger?
Why is that so difficult?
I know my answer. It was so easy.
I feel like, yours is not toe. I know that. I feel like extra toe would mean more balance, more stability overall. So in general, that'd be good. But an extra finger, you'd utilize it way more. That's a tough one. I don't know. Probably extra finger.
Yeah, hands down, I'd go extra finger.
Only because thinking about ski boots and stuff, how they have a hard time fitting. They're not going to make ski boots for six-toed people.
No, all shoes.
Yeah, but balance-wise, I think like jumping, everything would be much improved.
I'm also just thinking like our industry, like maybe not everybody would agree with me, but I think that people that have something like weird about them do really good.
Of course.
So like having an extra finger and like utilizing it in
extra toe would be the same thing though.
I guess so, but like I can imagine
that would generate more of a crowd though with feet people, that's for sure.
But feet people, so specific. Anyway, I would go with finger.
I need you to have an extra toe.
This one's hard. I actually don't know the answer. Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button on your life?
Oh wow.
I know.
Are you gonna answer first this time, or are you?
I'm supposed to, but I don't know my answer.
Okay, that one's easier for me. I think pause.
You would take a pause?
I would take a pause just because, again, I don't feel regrets in life. I would feel like it's very unnecessary to rewind for me personally. The universe does its thing. It never stops. We're just a part of it. So why would I rewind? Whatever happens. Pause, on the other hand, would be cool. Like, does everything pause? Can I pause and just think about stuff?
I know.
That'd be pretty cool if I can just pause and freeze time like that. Plus, in a way, you would like live longer.
Right.
It depends on what's pausing. I would assume that your consciousness is still going.
Right. I would assume that too. Yes.
That's an easy one. I'll choose pause for sure.
So, I knew you were going to say pause. And like, here's my thing. I wouldn't want to rewind in the sense of like to redo stuff. I would want to rewind
just
because
live it back?
my memory is so bad. There's multiple moments, even our wedding. Man, if I could just go back to that day and relive the whole day, like my memory is so bad.
The thing about rewinding is, in my mind, how I envisioned it is you can only rewind like what's happening. Like if I wanted to rewind now to the beginning of the podcast, I could do that. If you wanted to rewind to our wedding, you'd have to rewind 5 years through 2.5 years.
Right.
Just press and hold.
Can I like...
I don't think you could skip.
And can I go back to where I am? Like I would rewind so I could go relive something and then come back. But when you come back, you have to relive all of that. I wouldn't rewind then.
I would say if you could rewind, you could fast forward too. I mean, they go hand in hand, but I don't know. The question does say rewind only, so
that's a tough one.
That is an interesting one.
But yeah, I would like to relive some of their good memories that aren't quite as solid in my brain. Okay, this is you first. Would you rather be with someone who eats with their hands or constantly burps and farts at the table?
I honestly wouldn't even care, but if I had to choose, I would probably choose eating with the hands. Like, that's no big deal. We eat with our hands all the time.
Totally.
In my culture. And not that I would care if you would poop and burp and I'm not sorry, poop, fart, pee and poop on the dinner table, fart and burp at the dinner table, but I'm sure other people wouldn't enjoy it if we had people over. So
why did that one get me so bad? Fuck you on the dinner table.
Oh man,
I'm crying. Shit, I just put these lashes on. God damn it. Yeah, no, hands down, I would rather be with someone that eats with their hands. That's not a big deal to me at all, but burping's not even that bad for me, but like at the dinner table, come on, bro. No. I might need a tissue. That one got me good. Shit.
You're good.
Oh my God. Would you rather drink water from a vase that has 2-week-old flowers or eat a giant 3-foot spider web? Is this me first?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, hands down, I'm drinking from that vase.
I'd agree. What's so bad about that? 3 weeks?
Well, yeah, 3 weeks. It's just like icky.
And then the spider web?
Blech.
That's not going to go down your throat.
Unless it's kind of like cotton candy and it just
dissolves. You want to try that? I don't think it does.
I don't think it does.
It's because it's sugar that I think cotton candy does that.
Right. I don't know.
Make the jump. Make the leap.
Oh. Ah, look how cute she is. If you're on YouTube, you just got to see a little shorts trick.
And the issue. Oh, I thought she was going to stay. The issue with us filming later in the evening is when they're really hungry and they're really brats. That's basically the only issue, really.
That's it.
It's early enough now that they're just hanging out with us.
They're just chilling. Really nice. Yeah. Would you rather have your browsing history checked or your text messages?
Oh, this is you first or me first?
This is you first.
Oh, this is me. I don't really care, man. If I had to choose to be checked, probably browsing history.
Okay.
Just for the sake of my friends' privacy.
Right.
That I'm having conversations with them.
Okay.
I think
fair.
That's the best option.
My answer is literally, I don't give a fuck. Here, take my phone. I don't care. Go through any and all of it. None of it bothers me. I do search some pretty like weird ass shit, but like who doesn't? Y'all have weird Google searches. I know it. There's a question. You'll see. There's a Q&A at the end that we're gonna answer from someone that I had to look it up today on Google. And if somebody looked at my history, they'd be like, "Wait, you just looked up what?" It's pretty bad. I didn't know what it was. We'll get there. Okay. This is. God, I'm having a hard time remembering who goes first.
It doesn't really matter, I guess.
Would you rather clean up your partner's vomit or blood? So hands down, I would rather clean up your blood. Blood does not bother me.
Yeah, blood's fine. I would do blood too.
Yeah. Vomit, no. You hear me?
Vomit would be fine too, but if I had to choose, blood's definitely a better option.
I don't think I could do the vomit.
Yeah.
You hear me almost vomit on the floor every time I clean up the cat vomit.
Of course.
It smells like food. Can't do it.
We're also we're not scared of blood. So no. I guess that's an easier choice. I think if someone is really afraid of blood, then they would probably choose vomit.
I'd also have a way harder time if it wasn't my partner because, like, obviously blood carries diseases. If it was just like a stranger's vomit or blood, I'd probably have to go with vomit only because there'd be like less chance of like disease and that kind of stuff. Would you rather earn more money than your partner or have them earn more than you?
Man, these are silly questions.
I know.
Really. It doesn't really matter.
So many of these questions are so like irrelevant for us.
Yeah, I mean, a little backstory because really, like, we've flipped so many times of who's in our relationship of who's bringing in the money. Yeah. Like, I was bringing in the money and then you're bringing in the money and now that we're doing this together, does it even matter? No. I think that question's more in the sense of people, especially men, I find, that are kind of insecure that if their partner makes more money than them, they feel lesser than a man or something like that. So maybe they would have a hard time answering this question, but you're making way more money than I was for a very long time, and I don't care about it. We're doing this together. This is a partnership. Your money's our money and vice versa. It doesn't really matter to me. So
I was hoping we were gonna touch on that. Yeah, no, like I feel the exact same. And like, here's the hard thing that I struggle to understand about a lot of people in relationships. Like when you're seriously in a relationship, I'm not talking about a year of dating. I mean, like when you're together for long enough that you're either married or you're obviously going to be together forever. Doesn't it get to a point where your money is together's money? And like, you know, sure, I was making more money than you for a while there, but not because of you, right? Like you helped me get there. You allowed me to do what I had to do to make that money. And I think that that's a problem in a lot of relationships, you know, that the men are making more money and, you know, women are doing just as, I don't know, I'm getting off topic, but women are at home doing just as much, but they're not making as much money. But like,
they're still
she's
adding to each other's lives.
Yeah, she's the reason that he can go and, you know, work 40, 50 hours a week to make all that, because she's at home doing the other things that he doesn't have to do anymore because she's doing it. So at the end of the day, I just feel like the whole money conversation is such a tricky one, but it really shouldn't be. Once you're serious with someone, it should be like a joint effort.
I mean, it's also taken you a long time to feel that as well.
Yeah, it has, for sure. And that's why I don't think it should be for, you know, relationships that you're not that aren't like firm, cemented.
I mean, for you it's more of like a safety net because you grew up so independent, and I get that. I obviously get that. But even, you know, now we're pushing 5 years in our relationship, I feel like you're finally letting go that deep feeling of like, you know, that we're splitting everything. Because, you know, it's like you're being more vulnerable to a degree.
Yeah. Well, and we're splitting the efforts. That's another thing for sure too. But yeah, I don't know, like the argument, even like the podcast I was listening to today that was talking about like stay-at-home moms. God, that conversation makes me so upset. Like men that just don't think that a stay-at-home mom deserves any access to any of the money. I'm like, oh my God, she's literally doing just as much. But
it's because that lifestyle was the only lifestyle growing up for generations, and the mentality of men and women being so separated in what they do is so strong. Now that we're living more of a fluid lifestyle where women can make lots of money, and that's totally fine. I think that's why we're viewing that relationship style, you know, of men specifically not thinking that their woman is providing for them at all because they're not making the money. Not that we think bad of people that live that way. We have plenty of friends that do live that way. That's totally fine. It works for them. Whatever works for you. But it's the men that, like you said, that can't see the value of what their partner is actually doing in their lives.
Yeah, exactly. Would you rather get a terrible gift on your anniversary or no gift at all? Take out the word anniversary even. Would you rather get a terrible gift or no gift at all?
You're asking the wrong guy here.
I know.
I don't care about gifts.
I know you don't.
If the terrible gift is funny, yeah, give me that. But I don't really care about gifts.
So this is definitely more of a me question. Gifts mean way more to me than they do to James, but like I would definitely prefer to get a terrible gift over no gift, because to me the thought of gifts is really about like knowing that you went out of your way to go and like think about me or like put some effort in. And like I don't really care if it's a shit gift. If you went out of your way and you thought about me and you went through the efforts, it's good enough. It's good enough. That's how I think about gifts. Obviously, cool gifts are better. My uncle was always like,
oh my God,
the world's worst gift giver. But like he would always do it. I remember one year he got me, it was a fishing rod with a dog toy on the end of it. And it's fucking funny. It was a piece of shit. But like you'd literally like cast it and it would be a dog toy on the end, and then you'd reel it back in, and like it broke so fast. Dog would just get the ball and like rip it away. But yeah, he would get the stupidest things, like Canadian Tire gifts, but at least he was trying, you know. So would you rather take long walks together or take long drives together?
Oh, walks for sure.
100% walks. 100% walks
for sure.
I actually hate driving. If I'm driving, it's not bad, but like I get super car sick, especially in James's fucking Subaru fast little car. Oh my God.
It's not that
Something
fast.
about your car though. Even
It's just the suspension stiff, so it bounces a lot. So then while you're on your phone, it's like, you know.
that's also
That's
my
all it
problem
really
is
is.
like, I'd rather be moving my body for sure though.
Yeah. Plus, just, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. Driving is awesome, especially if you enjoy what you drive. And depending on the scenery, like if we're, you know, mountains or whatever. But even that, I'd rather be on my feet enjoying those mountains than in the car any day. So
Yeah. Now, if you switch that to like motorcycles, we really enjoy like going on
that's
cool
like that's like
cruises
the
on the
perfect in between.
motorcycles.
I think.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
the
know.
perfect in between.
You're a little closer to nature.
You feel a little bit more
Yeah, totally. But I would still prefer
walking,
long walks.
being in there. Yeah.
Motorcycles are cool too, though, because we got our little headsets, so we can talk to each other and our friends. It's great. Would you rather eat 1 jar of jam every day for 10 years, or never be able to eat bread for 20 years?
We're talking about like jam being the only thing you eat.
No, it just
Or
says
you
you
can
have to eat. You have to consume 1 jar of jam a day.
I'll take the latter. I don't care. Like bread, whatever. I could eat lots of other carbs. Okay, bread's not even on the top of the list of carbs. Fuck bread.
Same. Fuck bread.
Who cares? Honestly,
A jar
jam
of
would make
jam,
me sick. That would make
same.
me so sick.
You know how much sugar too, and
Yeah.
like you'd get. I'm sorry, I'd get so fat if I ate a whole jar of jam every day. Are you kidding me?
These questions are so funny, man.
Like
This stuff I'd never think about.
I know. It was just like, what? Like some of these are really funny. Would you rather let your spouse date your best friend or your biggest enemy?
My best friend.
Hands down.
They take care of you.
Same. Yeah. Like, why would I want you to date my enemy?
I mean, I can't even think of who that is, first of all, but I would
Yeah.
assume that the feelings would be mutual, but they would treat you like shit if that was
Yeah.
the case. At least my best friend would take care of you.
Yeah. I feel the same way. Plus, we could all still be friends.
Yep.
That'd be great. I don't see a problem with that. Now, if it was like, I don't know, if it was like your best friend went behind your back and like stole me from you, obviously that's a different situation. But if you're like asking me who I'd rather let you date, hands down, it would be a best friend. I'm going to let you answer this one first. I think our answers are going to be basically the same on so many of these. Would you rather your partner have bad breath or bad body odor?
Fuck. Ooh, that's a tough one.
I know.
That's like the first hardest one, I think.
Fun is.
Now, I think my answer is going to be very specific because I'm going to take in consideration our situation. I would probably take bad breath only because your bad odor isn't even bad. Like, you know, your bad odor, I actually quite enjoy. But if we had to talk on
Wait,
this...
so you're saying like you'd rather your partner have bad breath?
Oh, sorry. No, flip that. I would choose the bad odor.
You would choose if it was me.
If it was you, I would choose bad odor over bad breath.
Interesting.
Yeah. But if we're just talking about bad in general, that's a tough one. Honestly, that's a coin flip. I'd flip it and just let it land on whatever.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
I know both are terrible.
both are not great. And both would deter me from enjoying, you know, personal time with them. That's a tough one.
So I didn't even think about it being like just specific to you, because I agree your bad odor, like scent is a big deal for me. I'm like very scent sensitive, and I really enjoy James's natural body odor. Now, mind you, like fresh out of the gym, yeah, he smells amazing. If we didn't shower after gymming that hard for a whole week, I'm sure we would get stinky. But I hands down would have to choose. I would rather my partner have bad breath. Do I like bad breath? Absolutely not. But I think it's an easier solution to fix bad breath. Chuck some gum in your mouth. Brush your teeth more. Mouthwash. Whatever.
That's true.
You're
not wrong there.
Body odor specifically. Like when people have bad body odor,
It's just in their chemistry.
it hits me like a brick and it makes me sick. And like I feel bad for them. I do, because
They can keep as clean as possible, but if their glands just secrete a little bit more, because that's just the type of person they are, you can't really stop that.
change your diet, change your health. I think a lot of it has to do with health, to be completely honest, but not always. But yeah, no, I feel bad for people with bad body odor, but like that's a big one for me.
We'd just be happy that we don't have either.
I know. Thank God. A morning breath for sure, but I'm very conscious of, you know, I brush my teeth right away in the morning. I don't want to like go be like whispering to you in the morning with morning breath. Fuck that.
That's the reason why you don't like morning sex. Well, that's part of the reason why you really don't like morning sex, because hygiene, right?
Yeah. Morning breath. I had an ongoing joke before our Vegas collab.
Oh yeah.
I had an ongoing joke. Oh wait, no, it wasn't the Vegas collab. It was the other thing. It was when we were going to do the Banff trip. It was a joke that there was going to be an orgy room, and that orgies would start at 10 a.m. every day. But that in order to enter, you must have brushed your teeth first. It was an ongoing joke, but yeah, that'd be ideal. 10 a.m. orgies after brushing your teeth. Sounds good to me. Would you rather watch someone be intimate or be watched? Is it me first or you?
It doesn't matter. I think it's you first though.
So like literally both. I love the concept of both. Obviously we are often watched. That's like what we're used to now, is like doing things on camera or like doing things live on camera, that kind of thing. I think both is really hot. I would happily sit and watch things happen, and I would happily allow others to watch as well.
I think for me, it depends what kind of watching you're talking about. Lives, videos, I don't care. If there was literally someone just like watching physically, already experiencing difficult moments of performing when other people are around, so naturally that just makes me feel like I would choose the other option. Right. I would rather watch. I think that's easier. I don't care.
That's fair.
I watch people have sex all the time for work, but then having people watch me perform at times or having more people around has deemed difficult. So I would definitely choose me watching.
That's fair.
Yeah. The context also matters too. If we're just being intimate and having sex and someone's watching, well, if they're into that, that's different. If it's work, I would not want people watching. Right.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I keep trying to look at you, but Santos is like completely in our line of view.
He's happy now. He's kind of fussy earlier.
He's so cute.
He's settling a little bit.
Okay. Would you rather watch your partner be intimate with a stranger or with your best friend?
It's me. It's funny. My answer is probably based on your answer too, but I would choose stranger.
I also would choose stranger.
I know you would. And I chose stranger also because I know that you wouldn't do that with my best friend. You wouldn't do it with my friend anyways. So that reality is not even there. Plus, like, our dynamic is so different as well.
I know.
So you can't even, it's a tricky one to even say, but stranger's easy. I mean, we kind of already do that.
Yeah, well, we do. But also, like, we just have our things. Like, James and I have already talked about so many times. Like, we have our really close friends. We don't want to damper that, you know, like. They wouldn't either. No, I know.
So that it's just we don't even think about that because that wouldn't even be a thing.
No, we're lucky to have such great friends, and I wouldn't ever want to ruin that. Okay, this one's gonna kind of bounce off that one. So we already answered that. But would you rather be intimate with a total stranger or with your ex?
It's you first this time.
Hands down, I would pick a stranger.
I agree.
I'm like such a firm believer in your exes are exes for a reason, and I also just like have never
had a good breakup.
I've never had a good breakup, and I've never been able to be the bigger person to like not hate my ex. It's also way easier. It's easier to get over things when you hate your ex. I've never even had like breakup sex or like revenge sex after breakups. Like I've literally, the second we're over, I fucking hate you and I want you to jump off a cliff. Not actually, I'm fine now, but initially I'm like, please just die.
Yeah, we're different that way because I've kept, not that I continue to, but some of my exes, they're fine people. And then, as I reflect on my past when I was with them, oh man, those relationships weren't very great on both from both parties. So no one's to blame for the things that they've done. And I moved on from it. So yeah, some exes I congratulate them if they're having some good, like they're having families now. Good for you guys, happy for you guys.
Right.
But I wouldn't want to have sex with them. I don't think so. But can we like screen our strangers though? That's a big thing. If I can't screen my stranger, if I can't like choose which stranger, like if it happens to be someone I just like don't vibe with, I'm like that's a hard one then.
Yeah. In so maybe your situation, want to choose an ex, I could imagine that you might choose an ex
because you know them.
I still wouldn't.
Yeah. But if it's now that I'm thinking about that's a tough one for sure. Know. I still think I would choose stranger.
I'm like going through the line of all my exes and like would I fuck any of them again? Absolutely not.
I don't know. Stranger is a tough one. It could be anyone.
That's fair. I honestly kind of expected that answer from you anyway.
I'm thinking way too much about these questions because they're actually really difficult.
I know. Okay, I'm going to get you to answer this one first just because I'm curious what your answer is. Would you rather be able to talk with animals or speak all foreign languages?
I think that's pretty easy. Foreign languages.
I knew you'd say that.
We don't need to speak to animals. That's the thing. I know that, like, I think that's like a thing people talk about growing up, especially, you know, when we're younger. Oh, how awesome it would be to like know what animals are thinking or whatever. But animals are so instinctual. We don't even need to speak to them. We can just feel them. Like, and they don't speak to us, and they sense us too. So I don't care about that whatsoever. So yeah, I would speak every foreign language. Speak to people's hearts. I would take that any day.
I knew you'd say that.
I know.
And listening to you say that makes me want to agree with you, but I also don't care about humans, so I would rather speak to animals.
Fair. What if you speak to animals and then you realize they can't even put sentences together?
That would be sad.
And what if it's more like, you know, you speak to like a...
What if they're just like 6-year-olds all the time?
Exactly.
Ew, that would suck. Like if Sandal's thoughts were as childish as a 6-year-old, I would hate that.
Yeah.
I want to assume that they're so intelligent, but like maybe they're not. I don't know.
I don't think they're intelligent. I think, well, you know, obviously different species have different varying degrees, but I just think they're just different from us, and they don't have to think the same. They don't think the same way we do, or they don't have to think the same way we do. So
true. If I could hear Socks's thoughts, it would be constantly like food, food, food.
Exactly.
Food. I'm hungry.
Yes.
I'm hungry. Fuck.
Yes.
You're right.
Does that change your mind though?
Kind of.
Okay.
Maybe. Hard to say. Would you rather swap partners for the night or attend a group orgy?
Well, who swap partners with who? Like, just like swap partners in general?
Yeah. Would you rather
if you swap with another couple? Okay.
Would you rather swap partners or attend a group orgy?
Probably the group orgy. If I got to know the couple first, that'd be a different story. But if I had one door that said swapping with the couple, and I walked through and there's the couple, or I had one door that said the orgy, and I walked through and there's the orgy, I would choose orgy. But if I knew the couple, got to know them, I'll probably choose couple instead.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm glad you divulged on that a little further. I definitely thought initially you were just going to say couple because you like a more intimate.
I do.
But that makes perfect sense.
It does.
How you answered that. I would definitely choose a group orgy just because I think orgies are fun.
And I feel like orgies are in a way less pressure.
Totally.
If you really don't want to get involved, if you enjoy just like watching, then that's fine too. You don't have to, you're not obligated to perform if you don't have to perform.
Yeah. There's different levels to it. Like even for work, some of the things that I've done with like 9 girls, like, you know, everyone had their boundaries ahead of time set, and some people participated in different ways than others. And I don't know. I think when you're in a group of people like that all has such a good mutual understanding of each other, it can be really fun, as long as it's done again safely and properly. But yeah, I think.
But yeah, if you got to know the couple though, I think that's what makes or breaks that question for me.
Yeah, that's fair. This is my last question. Would you rather be dirty in the bedroom or super romantic?
Romantic.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1,000,000 times over, I get asked for content of me getting absolutely fucking plowed, and I'm like, that's probably not gonna happen because that's just not the type of sex we have. Sorry, guys. We are pretty romantic and passionate. Actually, even... Oh, wait. I lost that one question. I don't know where it was. I'm just going to say it Oh my God.
Really
oh my
tucking
God.
into you. Oh my gosh.
What a sweet baby.
This is nice. The past few podcasts, we haven't been having them around, so it's really nice.
Oh my gosh. One of the questions, I don't know where it went, but it was, would you rather get professional couples massages done or give each other massages?
Oh.
Anyway.
I like them both, to be honest. Obviously, I could just choose us because we know how to do massages.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice for both of us to get worked on at the same time. Right?
Yep. We did in Mexico, but it wasn't like...
It wasn't very great.
No, it was very good. Like relaxation massage.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I think most of you should know, but we did meet in massage therapy college. So yeah, we both know how to do massages. Obviously James more than me because he actually pursued that career and I didn't. But yeah, last night we actually we have a home table. We set up the home table and we gave each other full body, well, not full body, but we gave each other full massages with happy endings. It was quite lovely. So not to,
we've always said that we should just do it more often. Me having a massage therapist mentality. I'm just like, why don't we just work on each other more often, more frequently, so that we take better care of our bodies? But now that I feel like that we're just home all the time, we can actually do that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to a clinic and massaging 5 people a day, and I don't really want to massage after that.
Yeah, that was the hard part. And then like for me, like I was very I was really bitter about not passing that A&P exam and that whole, $30,000 and not pursuing that career. I was super bitter. So I didn't really want to massage anybody. Didn't want to utilize my skills. I also had fake nails for a long time. Right now I don't have them on, so it was perfect timing for us to actually do massages.
You're going to say it's because I'm your husband, but I think you give some of the best massages that I enjoy. But I'm very specific of how I like my massages to be done on me, and you cater that to me.
Totally.
Which is why I really enjoy your massages, and I think you're good at it.
Thanks. I do think you're kind of saying that because you're my husband and you want me to do it to you more, but...
No, but you know my pressure, you know my depth, which is what I care about the most.
Yeah.
So, you relax me all you want, but I want a fucking treatment.
Yeah. I like to inflict a little bit of pain because...
And I like that good pain.
Yeah. It's great. So that's all I got.
Some more. Would you rather never be stuck in traffic again or never get another cold?
Oh boy.
That's a good one.
Well, I don't drive that much, to be honest, and traffic's actually not that bad, even though I get pretty bad road rage. So I'd probably prefer to never have a cold again.
I'd agree, but we also don't live in a big city.
We don't, yeah.
If it was like, would you rather...
If it was like LA traffic?
Yeah, heck to the no.
But also we only drive to and from the gym and groceries.
That's
like
true,
now that we
so
work
it's not
from
that
home,
bad.
I'm kind of like, oh fuck, traffic doesn't matter.
This one says, why is this a good what would you rather question? Because non-stop sneezing while lying in bed with a box of Kleenex and vitamin C next to you. Traffic doesn't seem too bad now, huh?
Yeah.
But every time I get cold, like every time I get a really bad cold, I tell myself, man, I just hope I don't feel this way anytime soon. Like, I hope there's a big gap because you kind of know it's going to happen unless you take really good care of yourself. But man, I feel like I do a lot of things. I could be better, but I feel like I do a lot of things for immune system wise. And I'm like,
you still get sick.
I still get sick.
I swear that it's like every time the season changes drastically, like from summer to winter and winter back to summer. So at least twice a year we get sick.
I used to get sick every winter because of that. I think I've gotten a lot better though.
Yeah.
Would you rather live in the woods? Would you rather live on the beach or in a cabin in the woods?
Oh,
that's a tough one too.
Both.
That's a tough one.
Would I rather live though?
Yeah, I think I know mine.
Cabin in the woods.
I'd agree. Yes.
Yeah.
I would choose cabin in the woods because I could actually live you could actually live that.
You can live that. A beach is like vacation vibes. I don't know that I could like live always on a beach in the sun.
Yeah, unless there's like a little hut on the beach that you could live off of. But I still think I would choose cabin.
Yeah, I'm picturing there being like a home on the beach. I don't know. But yeah, I still think cabin in the woods would be amazing.
Would you rather travel the world for a year, all expenses paid, or have $40,000 to spend on whatever you want?
Travel the world, all expenses paid? That's way more than $40,000. Are you kidding me?
Way more. Easy.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me?
Super easy.
But are you kidding me?
If we were in a tougher space, maybe we'd want the $40,000 like right away. But
true. Oh, if you're not watching on YouTube, this cat's being so cute.
This is a funny one for you. Would you rather have super sensitive taste buds or super sensitive hearing?
Oh boy. I think I'd rather have super sensitive hearing. Taste can be like that could be like a really big overstimulant for me. And like I feel like I have bad hearing as it is.
I think I would choose the taste buds.
Okay.
Because you can control what goes in your mouth.
True.
You can eat good foods and they'll taste extremely good.
True.
But you can't control the noises around you.
True.
What if something loud really happens in your sensitive hearing? Your ear's gonna go fucked.
True, but I could wear earplugs and then just like take them out so that like when I'm sitting, like,
that's true.
Could you imagine meditating in nature? Like
what? You meditating in nature?
Well, I'm talking to you.
Oh.
I wouldn't meditate. I do.
You are right though. That would be amazing.
Could you imagine like doing shrooms in nature where it's peaceful and all you can hear is like all of nature making sounds?
Yeah.
That'd be really crazy.
But I also feel like I feel like you can hone to that anyways, like if you really focus on it, but to have extra, that'd be pretty crazy. Our bathroom window, we have a bunch of trees around our house, and it's been warm a lot lately too, so I feel like the birds are all just happy, right? They're just super happy and they're chirping a lot. I opened up the window. It's funny, after my shower, I stepped out of the shower, and the window was already open. I kept it open, and the birds were just singing, and I just like, I'm gonna stand here and meditate for a bit. And I closed my eyes, and it just felt like the birds were inside the bathroom. It sounded so good. It's so nice hearing the birds. Nature is just so great.
I'm not annoyed by our birds at all.
No, definitely.
But we're also morning people, so it doesn't really bother us that they chirp so early.
Would you rather lose all your money and valuables or lose all the pictures you have ever taken?
Lose all my money.
I'd say the same.
As I've mentioned, my memory is absolutely atrocious, and so photos are like a huge thing for me. I literally take and post photos on Facebook for myself as like a memory vault. If I lost all of that, like, it'd be really traumatic for sure. Pictures are important to me.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Pictures are memories.
Yeah.
It's funny though that the generations of photo collecting has changed for memories. Like, we talked about this in the past. Do you have like a child photo album? I can't remember.
I have a couple, yeah.
Yeah, so do I. I wonder if kids, like our friends' generation, if they're going to do the same for their
they're
kids.
still going to do
physical photo albums or not. When everything is so digital and everything is stored so easily. I don't know, to be honest.
I think, I mean, if I were to ever have a baby, I would still do, like, they have baby books. Did you had a baby book, and you'd write their first meal and like take one photo every month. I would still do something like that for sure.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, I think it would almost be important if you had kids, see, and this is the thing, if you had kids, to maybe do like one photo a month and like make a little book. I think that'd be nice. I think it's nice having a baby book.
Physical books are just nice too. It is nice to have it physically and flipping through it, but maybe one day we'll grab those and we'll go over them. A fair warning, mine has lots of nude baby James.
Baby bums. Your mom's shown me, hasn't she? Or has you?
I showed you some.
Shown me?
We have some at the house. Yeah, maybe we'll bring them in. We can do like a little showcase.
They all have naked baby bums. It's just part of a baby book. If you don't have a baby bum in it, you're doing it wrong. This
is a tough one. Would you rather donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them?
Oh. That is really hard.
It is hard. Depending on which way you think about it. Yeah.
I'm already an organ donor. Like, I've already signed up to do that. And so I feel pretty strongly about wanting to donate to people who are already alive. I think. I would do either. But I think if I could, have all my organs given to like 10 people versus... I mean, I'm sure maybe they could cure a disease with my body, but I doubt it.
I just think it just depends on the science.
Yeah, it would really depend on the science. If it's like something that's like groundbreaking to solve cancer, which I think is probably already out there, but that's a whole different topic, then maybe. But yeah, no, I think I'd rather be an
help people immediately.
Organ donor, yeah, totally.
Plus, some people are on the list forever, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather walk barefoot in a public restroom or get poisoned?
Barefoot public washroom. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, me too. Not that I've been poisoned before, but I all the animes that we watch of people getting poisoned does not look very great.
And the long-term effects of getting poisoned, you never know.
I'd rather take the risk of walking barefoot in a public restroom.
Could get Hep C.
Oh yeah.
Which is pretty shitty. As long as you don't have any cuts on your feet, though. If you asked me if I would slice my feet open and then walk on a dirty bathroom floor, well, that would be a different situation.
Yes, that would be a very different situation.
But like, I'm not gonna lie, when we were at the beach in LA, I didn't even think about wearing my sandals. I ran and I used that washroom barefoot, and then when I came out of it, I was like, oh, that was probably not a good idea, and I went cleaned my feet off in the ocean. It was no big deal, but I don't know, that kind of stuff doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, not me either. Yeah. Really. As long as you don't step on something and puncture yourself.
Totally. I'm still someone that even in like the gym showers, like I'm barefoot. I know a million people tell you not to because of foot fungus and stuff, but I don't know. Knock on wood.
Would you rather be completely invisible for one day or be able to fly for one day?
Fucking fly.
Easy?
Easy.
That's a tough one for me. I think flying would be so great, and then to only have that for a day, I don't know. I just feel like I'd be super upset that I can't fly anymore.
Okay.
And being invisible, I could do a lot of things.
Yeah, like what?
I don't know. A lot of things.
Like what?
I don't know.
Creepy things? What are you gonna do?
No, I think more money wise.
Like stealing?
I would purge it out.
Yo.
I think I'd purge it out hard.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You could convince me to purge with you for sure.
Okay, not in the sense of like killing.
No, I know, but like
finances, money, like especially if we're doing it to the big dogs that don't need the fucking money and shit. Like, I would probably do more of that than fly for a day. I'd probably hate my life after not being able to fly anymore.
What if we could fly together for a day?
Oh yeah, I'd choose that. Oh, that's easy. That's easy. Fly.
Fly together.
Both fly together. Oh yeah, that's easy.
Okay, cool.
That's a shared memory we'd have.
I agree.
Oh, that's
cool.
so funny. Would you rather be feared by all or loved by all?
Go ahead.
You know that.
I know.
Loved for me.
Yeah.
Why do I want to be feared?
Yeah. I mean, I guess loved.
I was going to ask that one, but I was like, oh, I'm running out, so I might as well ask you that.
I mean, I do like also being feared. I do.
I do.
But
if you had to choose,
you'd choose love. I would
love.
choose loved for sure.
Maybe that's because you're together with me now, but
yeah,
if
probably.
it was before that, you'd probably choose
Fear me!
Yeah, I mean, that's how you grew up. Like,
yeah.
That's the reason why you got in that fight and everything.
That's why I've been a bully.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would you rather spend a year on Mars by yourself or party on a remote island with your friends?
That's so
easy
stupid.
For us.
Are you going to Mars?
No. We're choosing the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care about that, really.
For a year, I'd be so lonely. Are you kidding me?
Unless I was a huge space cadet and I really wanted to get up there, I don't care at all.
I'd be bored out of my tree.
Yeah, party on an island with friends. That sounds great.
That sounds great.
Would you rather lose your passport or smartphone? I mean, what costs cheaper to replace? A passport these days costs cheaper to replace.
And you can replace it easily, so yeah.
Yeah, I would choose passport.
Especially just because of all the content we have on our phones.
Yeah, for sure.
Passport, that's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I like taking new passport pictures. It's fun.
Would you rather be an only child or have 10 siblings? I mean, why am I even asking
you
that?
know my answer. I'd way rather be an only child, guys, if you didn't know that. I am an only child, and I fucking love it.
I asked you this before, though. I can't remember the answer. Did you, growing up, did you ever wish you had siblings?
Never.
Not a time at all.
No.
Growing up, did your mom ever ask, "Hey, do you want another kid, another sibling?"
2 times.
What age were you?
She asked me when I was, I want to say like 6.
Okay.
And then asked me again when we lived in Fort McMurray, which would have been when I was like closer to 11.
Wow, that's an interesting one. Was she with a partner those both times?
The time when I was 6, absolutely not.
Oh,
the time when I was 11, yes.
So 6, she would have just
She would have just
do it again.
Yeah.
Interesting. 11 is an interesting one because you're not young at that point. I mean, yeah, you're still young, but you're not 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting one. I always find it an interesting question because for me, I got asked, and can't remember how old I was when mom asked me if I want another sibling. Like, she's basically asking me, do you want to not be the youngest in the family?
Right.
You want to be an older brother? I was younger though, single digits for sure. Maybe same thing, maybe 7 or 8.
Uh-huh.
And I said no. I was so like, I want to be the youngest. There's no way.
You wanted to be the youngest?
At the time, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not going to be replaced. Like, I was young. And then a few years later, I told my mom that I kind of wish that we did have another kid.
Really?
Because at that moment in time, I think I matured enough to be like, I would love to be an older brother.
You would have been a great older brother.
Yeah, I mean now, maybe not back then, but yeah. So it's crazy.
You technically are an older brother now, but
it's crazy to think that if the answer was yes, like if I said yes, that when your parents are asking you that, they're not just asking you that, but
they're considering it.
They're very much so considering it, and just to think that could have been a reality would have been wild. Yeah. Would you rather be prom king or queen or valedictorian?
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck about any of those.
We didn't even have prom king.
We didn't do that either.
Queen, I don't think.
Maybe it's more of an American thing.
Probably. Like the whole prom concept isn't really big in Canada, but I did try to become valedictorian. Like I ran for it.
Really?
In high school, yeah.
We had a friend run for it, and we did so good on making video and stuff like that. Like it was so funny, but he didn't get picked either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you rather climb the highest mountains or swim the deepest seas?
Climb mountains.
Yeah.
Seas are scary.
Seas are scary.
Water things, deep water is like, I know that there's a term for it, but like swimming in deep water, oof, that's scary to me.
I think the scariest part is there's so much of the ocean, the sea that has been, it's
completely
unexplored.
Yeah.
Unexplored. And the depths, you know how, I don't know, I'm not going to spit any numbers,
No.
but it's deep.
Yeah.
The ocean floor is freaking deep. We don't even know what species are living down there.
No.
It's so dark down there. They look like aliens.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather climb the tallest mountain for sure.
Plus, I know I could always breathe or just like come down if I can't breathe. I'm not a very good swimmer, so like I'm just not confident in water.
Mm-hmm.
So no, definitely mountain.
Not the deepest seas. I wouldn't go to the deepest seas.
No, I also hate salt water. Something about that like drives me crazy. Every time I get it in my nose or my eyes, I just like full blown panic. So no thanks.
Yes, I remember the first time I went into salt water. I think it was Vietnam. First time in Vietnam when I was 5 years old, and it's like, what the fuck is this?
It's terrible.
Yeah, especially growing up here when there's a lake your whole life.
Yeah.
And then you go to an ocean for the first time, you're like, oh my god, I really have to keep my mouth shut.
It's awful. I don't see the hype about oceans.
Mm-hmm. Would you rather be immortal on a mortal planet or be mortal on an immortal planet? That's an interesting question.
I don't understand the terms.
Okay. So would you rather be immortal?
Meaning I can't die.
Yes, on a mortal planet.
Meaning
Everyone on the planet does die. Or you be mortal on an immortal planet.
oh boy, I definitely do not want to be immortal. So I would rather be immortal on an immortal planet.
Mm-hmm.
I have no aspiration to live longer than a typical life and outlive people that I care about. Absolutely not.
Plus, I'm going to say I agree. But being mortal on an immortal planet, that's just, I mean, I have to assume if this planet has been immortal for a very long time, that they've capped the population. There's no way that you can keep producing people if everyone's immortal. So that's the first thing. Second thing is you're mortal. You're very different from everyone. You're like a special breed at that point. I mean, I guess you would be in the sense of immortal, but everyone dies at that point, right? Mm-hmm. If you were immortal. So I would choose the mortal on an immortal planet. That sounds very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would hate that I'm the only one getting old, but like whatever.
These are fun and easy questions.
Okay.
Would you rather be a detective or a pilot?
Well, I can't be a pilot because I've done acid.
Say none of that. No history stuff. What would you choose?
A detective or a pilot? I'd still pick a pilot.
I think I'd pick a pilot too.
Yeah.
I think a detective would be fun, but I was just chatting with my old colleague. She's thinking about become a pilot. I'm like, wow, that's so cool.
That's so cool.
I think pilots are really cool.
Yeah.
Would you rather fly a kite or swing on a swing?
Swing on a swing.
I think I'd fly a kite. It's so easy to swing on a swing.
Uh-huh.
When growing up, I'm not even growing up, I probably said this like 5 years ago, but on really windy days, I'm always like, wish I had a kite. I wish I could be flying a kite right now, because all my past experiences of flying kites have been shit. It's so hard to fly a kite.
It's never gone
and
well.
I bet if you nail the nicest fly, I bet it feels really rewarding and exciting. But you can sit on a swing and swing it.
See, I'm just an adrenaline junkie, so like I just prefer the feeling of the whoop. And when you get really high and then you come back on the swing and it kind of feels like a little roller coaster. I love that feeling.
I guess. That's when you had big buddies in elementary school and they'd push you hard and get you far.
Ooh, that's good shit.
Yeah.
Good soup.
Would you rather have $1 million in pennies or $100 million worth of ice cream?
Well, pennies are now useless.
That's a lot of pennies.
I don't even think banks take pennies anymore.
Yeah. If I could store my ice cream,
yeah. If I could store it and if I could sell it, that sounds profitable to me. Start a little ice cream parlor and scoop it on Saturdays for people. Yeah, I'd take the ice cream because I don't think pennies are going to do anyone good. Although, have you seen when people do when they put pennies on the floor and then they
like put lacquer on it or whatever?
So
Is it called lacquer?
I don't know what that word is.
Silver
just the clear stuff that they put over it and it hardens.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Acrylic?
I don't know, shellac. I don't fucking know what the word is. Anyway, but like cool. If you had that many pennies and you could make like a whole like house.
This floor is worth $1 million.
Oh my god, that would actually be really cool. I might have to change my mind. That'd be really cool.
I'm sure banks would actually take it in though.
I don't know that they do.
I think they would. I think we would.
All right. Well, then maybe I'll take the pennies.
Would you rather be able to slide down rainbows or jump on clouds? That's a cool one. I like that.
Oh, man. That's a good question. Fuck. Jump on clouds.
Yeah, I'd say the same. There's not once where I see a rainbow and I'm like, I wonder what it would feel like to slide down it like a slide.
You never thought that?
Nope. But the amount of time, I don't think I've ever thought that. I just think, oh, that's beautiful. But the amount of times I look at clouds, I'm like, I bet they're so soft.
Yeah. Every time I look at clouds
Yeah.
with different textures, I think of how soft or how cool it would be to lay in them or like to feel them or yeah. But no, I've definitely thought about sliding down rainbows, especially when it comes to like the little Lucky Charms dude. I think it's because of the commercials. I feel like I've seen him slide down it into like the pot of gold.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've always thought about like how that would feel to slide down a rainbow into a pot of gold.
All right. Most of these has been very PG. Let's get to some like sexier ones.
Okay.
Would you rather only have very loud sex or totally silent sex?
You want to go first or me?
Doesn't matter.
Go ahead.
I think loud. And I can dampen the room however I want. I just don't, with my experience of silent sex, it's been very non-enjoyable.
Yeah, so I have to completely agree with you. I just think that, not that I necessarily think sex has to be loud to show enjoyment, but like silent sex is super weird and awkward in my opinion.
I agree.
I need to like, it escalates for me when I hear that my partner is enjoying themselves. Of course. Also, I'm just like super tired of the world shunning people for having sex. Like, who cares? Like, even people that are like, oh, I have a roommate and, you know, they have sex when I'm home. It's like, so fucking what?
Yeah, so what? Why does that make you uncomfortable?
Why does it make you uncomfortable? Humans are allowed to have sex. That's your roommate. You know, you share your rent. They should be allowed to have sex. I don't know what the big deal is. I literally wouldn't be mad at all if like, even like when we've rented cabins with friends, there's been times that we've heard each other have sex. You just leave them alone. It's fine. You're away for a whole weekend. Of course you guys are going to have sex. I would hope that everyone's having sex. Jesus Christ. That's what makes a solid relationship, you know? Like, I don't know. I just think you put some fucking headphones in if you got a problem with listening to people have sex.
Some of our closer couple friends, we've been hanging out with each other so much that I can see that back in the day they'd be uncomfortable talking about it. But now they just talk about it like, oh, we're at the cabin. Oh yeah, and when this happened, like, cool.
Exactly.
They feel comfortable to talk about it to us, and that's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
Or like even when we were first dating and when I was living with a bunch of roommates and we had sex.
Oh yeah.
They sent me a Snapchat of really being like they sent me a Snapchat being like, yep, like of us having sex because you were loud. I remember?
Did you tell me about this?
There's a video on it. I don't have the video anymore, but yeah,
that's so funny.
Or when we were at Trippy House and then one of them was like, okay, well I'm gonna have sex with my partner now, and then everyone's like, go get it. This is the best house to do it. Like, thanks for telling us, but no worries at all. We've been filming
this whole time. Please go enjoy your partner for real.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess just the more comfortable you are with sex, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal.
Exactly.
Yeah. One more thing I had to say about this is, because I've only heard it from, I think, online on other podcasts or something like that. Is it a thing with men being, whether it's, more afraid or just like don't want to be vulnerable, but men typically aren't very vocal?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know that I've, other than the monkey man. Yeah, most guys that I've been with are like dead ass silent until they're gonna, and like until the finale when they're like finally making some sound, but like it's pretty minimal.
Interesting.
But yeah, like I just don't think it's very hot.
From what I've seen on Twitter, lots of the girls are always like, where are the men that actually vocalize or whatever? Not that I'm very vocal when we have sex, but I'm very open with what I'm feeling. Yeah. And it expresses through words and sounds.
Yes, words, sounds. Yeah, some talking, like, God, we recently unlocked that I really do enjoy praise, which is interesting because I just didn't know that was a thing. But
yeah, maybe it was praise from me.
You literally called me good girl and I fucking melted. I was like, what the fuck? Who am I? Why do I like that? I don't know.
But you've also liked the opposite. You like being submissive. You like, a little bit of
even when you call me your dirty little slut, I'm like, ooh, I like that too.
So like, you're a good girl, but you're also a dirty little slut. What do you like more today, guys? I don't know. I like both. Interesting. Would you rather have a stranger watch you have sex just once, or have a stranger watch you eat a full holiday meal by yourself? That's going to trigger a lot of people.
Hands down, please watch me have sex.
That's so funny.
There's no fucking way that I could sit there and eat a holiday meal by myself and just have a stranger sit across the table from me and watch me.
I think it's a cultural difference. I don't care. Watch me eat all day long. I don't care. Seriously. But I don't care with the stranger watching me have sex either, but I really don't care if people watching me eat. And we're loud eaters anyways.
They're very loud eaters.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say they, but when I'm saying that, I mean like James and his family. Because like the first couple times I went over to eat with them, I was like, oh shit, there's a lot of sounds being made.
Because it's no big deal.
Yes.
If you're slurping down those noodles, you love those noodles. You're showing them that it was a delicious meal. Mm-hmm. You know, we're not thinking of, I'm being very impolite by enjoying my meal. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cultural difference for sure.
You guys are the ones that made me a lot more comfortable with eating in front of people for sure.
But I know how some people are very afraid of doing that. Or they feel very uncomfortable. Like we were just talking about this with some of our other friends the other day. Mm-hmm. Just don't enjoy. I remember my mom would cook me a dinner and she would sit me down and she would sit right beside me and just watch me eat. But she loves feeding.
It's just like your mom's love language. It's really to watch people eat her food.
Enjoy her food. So I remember growing up, that would happen all the time. So I'm very used to people just staring at me eating. Uh-huh. Would you rather give 5 blowjobs per day or have anal sex once every couple of months?
Anal sex once every couple of months?
Yeah, I'd probably choose that too. But I've never given a blowjob, so it just makes sense to me. Oh wait, would it mean if we were talking anal sex? I'm assuming I'm the one sticking it in and not receiving.
Okay.
Talking that context.
No, we got to put it in the way of like we're on the same page.
Okay.
So would you rather take it in the ass once every few months, or would you rather give 5 blowjobs a day?
So would I rather take it in the ass every couple of months? Or give 5 blowjobs per day? For how many days?
Forever?
Oh man, I think I would take the anal sex. Yeah.
I love giving blowjobs. Don't get me wrong, but 5 a day?
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's no.
Yeah.
Also, like the more you experience butt stuff, the more at ease it becomes, and
totally.
I think the more you get with it, the more pleasurable it becomes anyways. So like, yeah, you might be fearful of it now, but like if you really had to do that,
and that's only every couple of months.
Yeah.
So I think I take that for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Jesus, some of these questions are pretty wild.
Oof.
Oh, well, this is a good one. Would you rather have sex in front of your parents or watch your parents have sex?
Man, I can't.
Either, right? They're both very tough.
I'm totally, and like, I obviously have a terrible relationship with my mother, but like, I'm going to answer this as if I didn't. Mm-hmm. You know, I obviously was always happy for her to know that she was getting laid. That's great. None of that bothered me. It never bothered me to think about the fact that she was getting laid, or, you know, to assume that she shouldn't do it while I'm in the house, that kind of stuff. Like, none of that ever bothered me. But would I ever want to witness it? No, Of course not. I don't care if I can hear it through the door. I don't want to see it, and nor do I want her to see it of me. But if I had to choose, I guess I'd rather her see me, because at least she'd be able to see how amazing and loving and passionate our sex is.
And you have the option to cut it short.
True.
You can make the sex as long as you like. True. Or as short as you like.
True.
Your parents, who knows what they'll do.
Yeah.
So I'd choose the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm going to ask this, but I'm going to ask it.
Oh,
it's interesting. Would you rather be the +1 in a couple's threesome, or have a threesome with your significant other and bring in a third?
Well, now in our relationship now, obviously I'd rather bring in a third. Mm-hmm. But like previous to you, when I was like single, I definitely wanted to be the third.
It could be exciting or whatever.
I think both is great, but
yeah,
you know, because we're so strong, it just makes sense. Why wouldn't we bring a third? Both is great.
Yeah, it's tough because like that's the reason why maybe we'll end it off this one. That's a good question. That's the reason why we started our journey of, you know, exploring, because we really wanted to see what that experience would be like. Plus, like we said it all the time, I really enjoy the way we have sex. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy the way we make love, and it would be just so wonderful to be able to give and share that with a third, and have them just have our warm embrace. Because I think it's very nice what we do. Mm-hmm. But not saying that, I think I'd agree with you if I wasn't with you.
Yeah.
I think it would be exciting to be on the receiving end of that. As long as the relationship is solid. Yeah, I'd love to share other people, because everyone's love is different. It would be amazing to experience someone else's deep love.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'd have to agree. Both.
Yeah, both. You want to do more? I think that's a good one.
I think that's.
I'm running out of good ones. I'm looking at them.
That's great. We have. I don't know how long it's been. I have another game in mind that I want to play on a future one. We've talked about it too, but we have to be prepared to potentially get drunk. It's a Wednesday.
See, I thought we were gonna do that this episode. I'm like, okay, we're not doing it. 12 in the afternoon. I'm like, we're not doing it now.
No, I was not planning on getting drunk today. Plus, also, I was thinking we may or may not have to potentially drive anywhere tonight. I don't know.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
But
was it the truth or drink?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this too. I'm like, we're going to be so truthful. What are we even talking about? We're not even going to get drunk.
Yeah, but I'll just casually probably drink.
Just drink? Sure, why not?
We'll have to make it truth or drink, but you drink for both regardless. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be very truthful.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have to get you guys to help us with that. We'll have to get you guys to ask us questions that would be truth or drink worthy. Because they're going to have to be difficult for sure for us. Yeah. We have a lot of Q&As. Let's
should I start some from the backlogged ones?
I think probably, yeah.
Okay. So the question is, what are some of the boundaries within your relationship when including a third?
I feel like we've talked about this. What are some of the boundaries when including a third? Communication.
Yeah, it's tough because
agreeing on who the person is first ahead of time, obviously.
Where I think of is because we've had more experience with work, obviously, at this point. I just think more like that.
Okay.
Like what we're comfortable with doing with the other person.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so like everything is on the table when it comes to like what we would do physically with them. For us. Yes. I know some people like stop the lines at kissing even. You know what I mean? So that's what I think that's what the question is. Oh, yeah. Like some people are fine with like sex, fucking and shit. But if you're going to kiss my partner, that's not allowed. Right. Right. Yeah, no, like for me, I think everything is on the table. The only thing that I may or may not ever want to discuss when it comes to that kind of thing is like whether or not I'd be okay with you coming inside of somebody else. And that has a lot to do with liability, pregnancies and all that kind of thing, especially because it's up to the woman, right? And so I would have a bit of a trust factor with that. It's funny because we've talked about this. Well, this has come up sometimes through work. Oh, okay. Yeah. And stuff like that as well. I've never had any want to come inside another person. But you know me in coming in general. I like visually seeing my cum. Yeah, you would totally rather just splurge on our asses, tits, whatever. Anything. Anything. Except our faces. Yeah. Exactly. Unless you really enjoy it. It doesn't turn me on more that I'm coming inside of you. Sure. It turns me on because I know you enjoy that. Right. That's why it makes me come so quick when I know you're enjoying it and getting it. But if I had to choose, like I would, for myself, for my own personal wants and needs, I would rather just come on something. Right. But there's a lot of people that obviously that is something that they really enjoy. So I could imagine that might be a thing. But yeah, sure. But I wouldn't feel comfortable. Even if I knew that they're on protection or something, and that's my thing. I still wouldn't feel comfortable doing it. Well, and yeah, like I'm on an IUD, and so what are the odds of me getting pregnant? Very slim. Does that mean when I work with other people that aren't my husband that I would ever want to have someone do that to me? What if I did? And I know that I would. And I'm sorry to those of you that don't like this answer, but I know if that were to happen to me, I would get an abortion. I can't promise that another woman, if you did that to her, would do the same and make that choice. Yeah. And so do I want us being stuck now with having to deal with that situation and possibly having child support for the rest of our lives or, having a random kid? Like everyone's level of comfort is different in this, obviously. Yeah. When we were working with one of the girls in Vegas, she's the one that just brought it up. Oh yeah, and by the way, I just don't want you coming inside of me because it messes up my pH. Totally. But I didn't even think about that as an option. Right. Didn't even come to my mind whatsoever. So the fact that she brought it up so openly makes me feel like she's totally more comfortable with that. Right. I do think, I mean, and I could be wrong, but like as a woman, I do feel like more power in those situations. I think if I were a man, I 100% would not want to come inside of a female because it's not up to me. Yeah. Whereas like for me, it is a little bit different because I know what my choice would be, and it is fully my choice. So it is a little bit of like a weird situation there.
But
for
some
sure.
guys are just, who really knows as well. Some men, like on Twitter, I was unrelated, but kind of on Twitter, I was scrolling. This female content creator posted something like, so I just worked with a male content creator, and you know, I expect every collab that we do that everyone showers. I like being clean, I like being hygienic. I asked him to shower, and he said, I already showered before I got here because I went to the gym or something. I'm like, but it's just for me.
Yeah,
I like you to shower
please?
beforehand. And apparently he faked a shower. He faked having a shower.
Why?
Don't know. Are you that stubborn?
That's so fucking weird.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just saying, men like that, people like that, who knows? What if you're working, you're fucking them, and they're just like, no, I'm gonna come inside of you now. We're just thankful that we don't work with people like that.
Blacklisted.
Yeah.
Oof.
Anyways, kind of went off track, but
topic,
I guess for us, everything's really open. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember for a while there, you said you didn't want like me kissing someone else when we first like got into swinging and stuff like that. You weren't really okay with that idea.
I don't even remember that. Really?
I think I remember that.
Interesting.
But I also think it's because you know that I enjoy kissing, and for me, kissing is a very connecting thing, and you didn't really...
When we first got into all of this, I really thought that we were just going to be fucking other people.
Yep.
I didn't really clue in as to like how intimate it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
For sure.
But things have changed a lot.
Mm-hmm. No, you answered this question on Facebook already, but we'll just relay it on here. Would you guys be in a relationship with someone who's not sexual in any way?
I did answer this.
Yes, you can go off.
So I answered this first and foremost by saying, like, if you're asking us as individual people, if we weren't already in a partnership, would I have a relationship with someone who's not sexual? And my answer would be no, solely because we are very sexual people, and we actually discussed that when we started dating. But like, I personally wouldn't be able to date someone that wasn't sexual if I didn't have a sexual relationship. So because James and I are already a couple and we have a great sex life, would we date a third if they weren't sexual? And I would say the answer to that would be more yes, because, you know, we would get like the partnership and the friendship and the other parts of having a relationship that, you know, don't need sex. So that's a tricky one though. Like, obviously I think sex to some extent is important to build that connection. It would depend on, you know, what their boundaries are and, you know, how unsexual are they, you know?
If they're asexual, then...
Well, yeah.
That's just the case. But...
You know, do they just not want to have sex very often, but it's super special when they do? Mm-hmm. It would really depend. But yeah, as a couple, I would consider it. As a lone wolf, I would not.
Yeah, that's same answer for me.
Yeah.
For sure. Obviously, though, in a third, ideally, we'd want them to be a sexual person.
Of course.
Because it does matter to us. And,
it does.
And that is such a big thing in regards of our love together. So, yeah,
100%.
it would be great if the third was into it as much as we were.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I think it'd just bring the love to a whole nother level.
And that's just it, too. Like, it would really be a conversation because, like, and I'm going to tell you this a bit off topic again, but, you know, are they not sexual because they've had previous bad sexual experiences that have made them not enjoy sexual experiences? Would our type of sexual experiences change that? Like, I really do think that the way you and I do things is
it's a safe space.
Very different from what most people, and especially women, have probably experienced in their relationships,
sure.
or their sexual relationships. And so, you know, would they be open-minded to experiencing that with us, mm-hmm. and then taking it from there?
Like, look how long it took us to get to the point where we are sexually.
Exactly.
And I've said that to you in the past before and on the podcast, like, it felt like I never even had sex before you because sex was just not the same.
Mm-hmm.
I was so in my own head, worried about things while I was having sex. Like, sex with you was always like liberating. I remember our first time, like, so, but as we grew together and as our sex grew, it's definitely changed so much, mm-hmm. For the better. And I've never experienced sex like this before when I was younger. Mm-hmm. So I can imagine a lot of people not being able to even get to that point because they don't meet a partner that allows them to be open to that.
I agree.
To that level. So,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true too. If maybe all they need is a safe space.
Exactly.
And we would definitely offer that to them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was really cute.
Yeah. What is something that you guys would like to stay consistent with this year?
I mean, my biggest goal for this year is like, you know, now that James and I are both working from home, for me, it's like trying to fall into a bit more of a just consistent schedule, I suppose. I really thrive off of routine and schedules. And so, like, as much as our life is very free flowing right now, and that's wonderful, one of my biggest goals this year is just to get a little bit more on top of a proper routine.
But that's the reason why it causes you so much stress, and it causes me stress too, is because it's so free flowing, or because it has the ability to be so free flowing because we're fully self-employed. Now, if you had an employee that was telling you, hey, you need to be at this job from A to B at this certain times, it's done for you. That's easy. That's easy to stay routine because someone else is forcing on you. But when you have the freedom to create it yourself, that's when it gets kind of tricky.
Yeah. Because
we have all that freedom, which is nice, but then we have to really create the routine ourselves.
Totally.
And the schedule ourselves. So I think that's why we've been having a harder time just finding our routine.
Yeah, there always seems to be like things that come up, you know, like the same reason why so many people are like, oh, you know, like next week I'll start working out. Oh, next week I'll start working out. Like there's always something that seems to come up. And so right now I'm struggling with there always being a reason why my full week that I thought I've scheduled has not gone to plan. And so I'm really looking forward to just like more or less like pushing myself to follow through with the regularity so that I can be more comfortable in my own head about things. That's really important to me.
It's funny, I don't really think about stuff in this sense. There is one thing though that like I really want to try to do better, and I feel like I've already been slacking on it, is just like choosing really simple habits to be better at and just doing it daily. I feel like I'm getting really good at doing the dishes while I'm cooking, which sounds like a silly one, but I think that's an important habit for me, and it's like easy now to do. Like, this is cooking. This is gonna be on the pan for a while. I can wash the couple of dishes that are here because there's only a couple of dishes in the sink now because we're constantly on top of it. So just silly, or not silly stuff, but like smaller stuff like that. In regards of like, you know, obviously I want to be more consistent in our scheduling and work, but in bigger picture stuff, I don't think like that. I just do.
Right.
It's the small stuff that I feel like, I need to be better at this. I said I'd meditate daily, and I haven't been doing that as well as I'd like. So just, creating better, smaller habits and being more consistent in that.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do more. What do you find to be the most rewarding aspect of our relationship? These are awesome questions.
Yeah. I keep answering first. You go first.
Most rewarding, I think if I had to just generalize, I think I've grown so much as a person, and I feel like I would have probably got to this point anyways, but the level and the rate of growth that I've done has lots to do with you and our relationship and our lifestyle that we're leading. So I would have to choose that. That's probably been the most rewarding thing. Seeing you change and grow so much, seeing me change and grow so much, and we're growing so much as a couple. That's very rewarding. Yeah.
Can you word it one more time for me?
Sure. It says, what do you find to be the most rewarding aspect of y'all's relationship? He said y'all. I didn't say y'all.
Most rewarding. Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, I've always been confident and sure of myself, but there's always been a lot of like that negative thought process that is always like self-doubting. And like since being in our relationship, there's like silence with the self-doubt. And I do think that's just because you're so encouraging. You're always giving me the words of affirmation.
Like, I also don't live in self-doubt.
Right.
So I'm just rating that off of you.
Yeah. I just like, we just don't, like even when we're not doing really well, we just have the mindset together that like, it's always going to get better. We're never really like stuck in negative thought. And so like, I really like think that our relationship has just brought a lot of like positive way of thinking just about life as a whole. I think that that's one of them. Of course, there's more, but
yeah. And then I would say now that for what we're doing, I'd say another rewarding thing is just like, well, is it an aspect of our? I'd say it's an aspect of our relationship. You could say it's an aspect for work too, but I feel like we're really helping some people in the world. We're changing some people's lives. Some people have messaged and reached out to us that they like seeing what we're doing. We're being so open and vulnerable, and we're showing the whole world, especially other people that kind of want to lead a similar lifestyle to us, whether that's sex work or polyamory. They say it's helping them. It's helping them get their own thoughts down too. So yeah, I think that's very rewarding. I mean, obviously we're like helping people, and if we can help people in that way, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, even like we've gotten a lot of comments, even from people that aren't in sex work or doing non-monogamy. We've had like people just say like, it's super refreshing to see how open and easy communication in a relationship can be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even like just people wanting to work on their relationship and just
True.
having better communication skills. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
And like even before we started this podcast, I was always really like big on wanting to advocate for like women's sexual health and like just causing more openness about that. And so I think that that's really important to me. Like when I get the messages from women saying that like they're finally figuring out their sexuality or like talking to their partners more about that kind of stuff, like that's that shit that really hits me in the feels, because that's important. What I really feel strong about.
Yeah, and it's crazy because obviously we're living our lives that we're living, and this feels normal. This is our standard. But other people aren't even here, and to think that people are living in relationships that aren't even as communicative as we are, I couldn't even imagine that. So if we're helping people do that more, it's great. Do you guys think you'll ever stop doing OnlyFans, and when would that be? Love from South Africa.
I mean, like to a degree, you would assume that almost everybody in the industry, you know, is eventually gonna clock out.
We're on a higher time limit than most people.
What do you mean?
Age.
Oh.
You know, I mean, it doesn't matter as much, but it does to a degree.
To a degree. Although I'm not going to lie, I watched the Prom Brothers. If you don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it was like this porn video with these two dudes that like, basically, they were like the Prune Brothers, and they like fucked these old ladies at a kitchen drinking prune juice to like help they were constipated. It was something stupid. Okay. I watched that whole porno, and like while watching that, I was like, damn, for grannies, these ladies popping. And so like I wouldn't be ashamed if that were me, if I were a grandma still doing some sort of porn. And you know, even if I retired, if I wanted to like come out and like still do a couple here and there, I think that'd be fucking funny.
Come on to retirement.
Right? Like I just think it's funny. But you know, obviously when it comes to the point when we feel like we have enough money to retire and live our lives comfortably, like James and I aren't the type of people that need a shit ton of money.
No.
But you know, I don't know. I don't even know if I'd ever retire. I love working. I'm a workaholic. But yeah, I don't necessarily assume that we're going to be doing OnlyFans forever. That's just what's working right now. Yeah,
we're very, like you said before, we're very sexual people. So we enjoy the work, right? I know lots of sex workers or lots of our friends are in the industry. They're trying to get out of it because, you know, they did it for the money or they did it for the change, which is the same for us, but we enjoy it. But they don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
So they're trying to find other ways to make money now. So yeah, I agree. I don't see us stopping anytime soon, and I don't see us stopping just because we don't want to do it anymore. Obviously, if we can enjoy our lives more and have more freedom and not do this job, that's great too. You know, passive income, whatever that means. I think that'd be great. But we're not planning on getting out of this. We enjoy it. We enjoy lots of aspects of it.
Yeah, we've already passed all the things in life that would have made it hard and made us stop. We're already past all those things, so there's nothing stopping us now.
All right. This one specifically asks you, but it says, how high, and then in parentheses, Manicat, is your sex drive? How high is our sex drive?
Mine fluctuates a lot.
Which makes sense, honestly. Hormonal women.
Mine fluctuates a lot. But I mean, I would assume it to be fairly average, to be honest. I definitely don't think it's high. I really have to like be put, I don't just feel horny. I have to be put into that state. So something has to initiate it for me. It's very rare that I'm just like going about my day and suddenly I'm like, oh, I'm horny, you know? Like if I was a dude that had a dick, would I casually pop boners as often as you do? I don't think so. There's very rare times throughout the day that I'm like, oh, horny.
I mean, I feel like gender specific, that's more the case anyways. Not to say that there's not women out there that are fucking fiends in the bed. But
there for sure are.
Yeah, for sure. I'd say I have a higher sex drive than you, but again, it's not like I could crave it. I also feel like being busy helps with that too, right? My brain's occupied. I'm working. I'm not thinking about sex. I think that helps things too. But yeah, I'd say we're basically average. I have more sex drive than you.
Yeah,
I'd say. What drew the two of us together? Oh, that's the same person that asked about your sex drive, which is funny.
Interesting. What drew us together?
Probably Just the sex?
The sex. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we didn't know what the sex was going to be like. So I guess what do you think it was? I think ours was really situational.
Yeah.
It was because we were in college. It was because I was a year ahead of you in college.
Yeah.
You viewed me as, the hot, smart guy.
On the motorcycle.
Sure.
Remember, on the motorcycle.
And then I viewed you as a new piece of ass. A little bit. Right, there's not many girls in our school, and you came around.
We were in a college with not very many people, so
Yeah, so that's basically it.
Yeah.
That's what drew us together.
And then
and then we had sex, and it was amazing, and then we just continued that for a while.
And it was like, oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Where did you two awesome people first meet? We said that college, school.
Massage therapy.
Someone asked in a different language. I had to translate it. I think it's German. How old are you? Well, I'm 29. She's 28.
Guys, don't ask questions if you don't watch the podcast.
Lots of people don't ask. Lots of people don't ask, so I know that already. Are there any specific boundaries that you'll have that might seem odd? Top of my head, I'd say no. I can't think of anything that seems weird or different from the status quo. Yeah, I can't think of anything weird. Our boundaries seem very normal.
We just have boundaries. No.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay though.
Our communications too. We talk about things too much to have.
Or we're just comfortable.
Yeah, also
in situations like that. So.
And trust. Yeah.
And we do lots of boundary discussions with work. So it's just like, I don't know. Why don't you like posting some nice selfies of you? We'd love to see your smile, Mandy.
Huh?
Which is weird because you post pictures of you all the time.
Pictures of myself all the time.
Maybe they're talking about like
actual selfies.
Smiles or exciting, not like super hot. And, who knows?
Huh? Sorry, maybe I'll try.
Someone also asked, how did we meet? Which, we said it all already. And that's basically the backlogged ones.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We got through a lot.
Yeah. We can go more if you want, though.
I think we could do a couple more.
Sure. I think this is a good one because I want to answer this one.
Okay.
Topic, motorcycles. How you guys started and what do you ride?
Go ahead. I know you want to answer.
It doesn't matter who answers first.
Go ahead.
What motorcycles, how you guys started? Okay, so I started riding, I think, when I was like 19 or 20. Really, really early. I also had a really bad accident, and it's really shaped my riding now. But I've been riding on and off for probably, at this point, maybe 4 or 5 seasons. I took a big break after a while because I had to sell my motorcycle because I couldn't afford it anymore. And ironically enough, when I bought a motorcycle again after years, that was the motorcycle that Amanda saw me riding in college, which I shouldn't even bought at the time. I had no money at all. It was like a 78 Yamaha XS400, so it was like super cheap, super old. But I started off with the Ninja 250, just a Ninja Kawasaki, and then I just love it so much. People always say, like, especially nurses, that when I treat them a lot, it's like, there's no way I could be on a motorcycle. I see so many people have accidents. When I outweigh the pros and cons, it's worth the risk for me. Plus, I also am a strong believer of if you're a rider and you're getting in close calls, then check your riding.
Yeah.
Because if you're riding safe, there's lots of unpredictable things. But if you're riding in a safe manner, things should be okay. Right? So if you're getting close to cars, or if you feel like you're getting lots of close calls, then check your riding first. And now I ride a 2018 XSR 700. That's what I ride right now, which is like a naked sports bike.
Yeah. I'm super glad that I met James when he was on his little cafe racer, because I'm a snob when it comes to motorcycles and vehicles, not gonna lie, and I fucking hate street bikes. So like if I would have met you
like crotch rockets.
Yeah. I don't know. It screams douchebag to me. I'm so sorry. And I'm sorry to my friend that rides one. I know you and you're not a douchebag. However, it's just the category that my brain falls to.
I agree.
And so if I would have met you riding your Ninja, it wouldn't have been near as hot to me as you going by me with your little cafe racer.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry, I'm going to piss a lot of people off, but I'm just like very strong-headed about stupid shit.
I just want to say this real quickly before you continue. I agree with you, but girls on sports bike, that's hot.
Yeah,
girls on any bike is hot, okay? Yeah. But girls on sports bike is pretty fucking hot. Yeah. I have to say, so.
You're not wrong.
Their sports bike, their hips are so high.
Pops their ass. Especially when they wear like low jeans and their little thong hangs out.
It's hot. Woo! It's hot, okay?
Yeah.
Continue.
I never had a motorcycle until James, but I literally have grown up on dirt bikes my whole life. So I knew I had the gist of shifting gears. Like I've always driven standard vehicles, so that was not a problem. My mom also always rode motorcycles. My mom and my uncle, when they were younger, they had motorcycles and dirt bikes, and then she didn't ride when she had me, and then got it again when I was a little bit older. And so, yeah, it just kind of made sense. I wasn't going to get a motorcycle because I didn't really have like the necessary like want to have one. But when James started going, and then all of his friends started getting them, and then they'd go out on like Saturdays and go for like long 6-hour rides, I'd be sad because I didn't really have friends of my own, and I'd be like, I want to go on rides with you guys. And his fucking motorcycle, I could never sit on the back of the one that you had before because it was a 1-seater. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I have to get a motorcycle. And that was a really tough decision because, again, my stupidity, I was going to get a Harley because my mom wanted me to get a Harley, and she rides Harleys. But Harley people are something else, especially in our town. So, yeah, I was going to go buy a Harley. I don't know. Wait, I didn't. I'm so glad I didn't.
Okay, sorry, Harley lovers, but like, they're just not made well. That's the thing, and that's why they're always getting fixed, and the parts cost expensive. The pistons, the reason why Harleys vibrate so much more than other bikes is because the way their pistons are made in like a triangular shape, it creates a force. That's why it rattles so much. So you must really love that in order to want it. But honestly,
it's just the community. I think.
Yeah,
I think the Harley people are Harley people community. And that's fine. I'm not saying all Harley people are bad, but like sometimes that community can just be very overwhelming.
Yeah. I like some of the Sportsters look good. But.
Totally. There's some Harleys that I think are really cool. It's just unfortunate that the community is so cliquey, especially in our city.
Yeah.
Anyway, I decided to go with a Triumph Bonneville Bobber, and I love it.
It's great.
And it already was modded out. When I bought it, I got super lucky. It already had like lowered handlebars. It was
basically the next bike that I wanted. So I was there I go. Maybe that's the first time I felt some envy. That was like the first time I felt a little envious because that was the bike I wanted to upgrade to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now I get to ride it sometimes. I mean, the thing's fucking crazy.
And your best friend also bought the same bike as me.
Yeah, which makes me feel like we should just like triumph it up and just like all get it.
Triumph, gang. What was the other type that I was going to get?
There was the Yamaha?
Was it a Yamaha?
If it was Yamaha, then it would have been a Rebel. No, it's Honda Rebel. Sorry, Honda Rebel.
You're gonna I do like the look of the Honda Rebels, but the Triumph definitely won.
Oh yeah, I mean, it definitely does.
But
in every way.
I love it now. I ride it sometimes to and from the gym, and then just when we go on rides all together.
Yeah, we had a shit season last year, and we're really debating on selling it, but we're hoping to have more time on the bikes this year, and we'll enjoy it a lot more.
Yeah, we're just not getting long springs and falls right now where we live, which sucks because that's like the ideal time to ride your motorcycle. And like last summer was so fucking hot
and busy and just
my goodness.
Yeah,
the couple times that I got stuck in bridge traffic on my bike, I was like, ooh, I don't like it.
Yeah,
I want some AC.
Yeah, I don't really understand this one. We'll skip it. I'll just say it. The topic of couples doing one night stands with single ladies.
What about it?
I don't really know. The only thing that comes to my mind is like the terminology of things. Like if you don't know what like a unicorn is, like I didn't really know what unicorn was until we started looking for unicorns, and then being deemed as like unicorn hunters is also like a negative thing. So if you don't know what a unicorn is, it's basically a person, a third person that wants to.
It's usually a solo girl that joins couples.
And there's this like people view that whole thing in a negative light, which is really weird. Like people deemed us unicorn hunters, but I guess I was more because like when you think about unicorns, all you want them for is sex, and then they're gone. And it just I think that's why it made lots of people angry because they only care about the sex, and then see you later.
Right.
That's why they deem unicorn hunters as like not very great, but there's no other way of doing it really. So
I don't know. If you're in a relationship and all you want is a third for a night, I don't see a problem with that if that's talked about and the third is also agreeing with that situation.
Totally.
I don't see a problem with that. As long as the communication is aware and the third doesn't think that they're like getting in a relationship and you just like ghost them.
Yeah. So, and I've seen some stuff on Reddit of like unicorns, specifically being like, you know what? And I've had my good fair share of being with couples and enjoying their love, and it's amazing feeling their love. So
Yeah.
I don't know why people rag on the terminology or that a lot. Someone says, just be you on your podcast. Thanks. That's what we do.
Trying.
Yeah. So they're saying, is he always near you when you do videos with someone else so that you can share the experience?
I mean, yeah, so far.
But
except for when I've done like, there's been a couple times that I've done like girl collabs where you're not present.
Sure.
But like, because quality has increased too, like if he's not in the video, he's usually the one filming it because he's the one with all the equipment and who knows how to do all that. So yeah, typically you're there. I
guess, the one time you had that orgy, the 8-girl orgy, and that I wasn't filming it. Yeah, I felt completely unnecessary of me being there. Like, that's why I edited upstairs at that point, because like, there's no reason for me to be there. I don't need to experience that with you. I'm more or less just getting in the way at that point.
Getting in the background shots.
Yeah. Why am I? If I'm not doing anything, why am I standing around watching lots of girls get fucked? I don't know. I don't want to make them more or less comfortable. Like, I don't need to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's ask twice. But the topic of pegging.
Okay. So people just want us to talk about pegging more, and we've talked about it. We have talked about it.
For us, if we're talking about us specifically, again, we've said it. I don't for content, I don't feel like I want to do that. So I know lots of people on our page wants to see pegging content, and we will offer it to you guys. It just won't be done by me.
I'm happy to peg a dude, hands down. Like, that's great. I will happily do that, just not with my husband who doesn't want to be pegged. It's pretty simple. Yeah, that's something that hopefully I get to add to my roster eventually when I find the right person to film that with who wants to do that. It does suck because, when I say that out loud or when fans ask when it's coming and I mention that it's not as easy as you think to find a male creator who I trust to do that with. And then they're all like, oh, me, any of your fans would do it. Yeah, but that's not what's going to happen. Sorry, that's just not how it works. And I know that that's a lot of people's thing. And as we've talked about before, I think the biggest problem is how like taboo or shunned that topic seems to be, and how many males do have the want for that aren't able to openly express that to their partners or whoever they're being intimate with. I think that that's the biggest problem. And I think that's why it's such a big kink, because it's not being talked about enough. And I don't know why.
I mean, the amount of times that we're in a group setting, and the topic jokingly comes up of butt stuff, and then most of the men just go completely quiet. So yeah, of course it's gonna be like a taboo thing. That's the reason why. The
world just has to change. Like, the subject of anal play with men needs to stop being referred
deemed
to
as a gay thing.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's another pleasure sensation, and it does not deem you gay if you want to enjoy that or explore that. But yeah, until that becomes less of a taboo world, pegging's probably always going to be considered like a big time kink for a lot of people that they probably don't tell a lot of people about. So yeah, we've already talked about it. If go back to the kinks episode and listen to that, because we did dive into pegging a lot more in that episode.
What if people see your content? I want to start OF, but I cannot imagine how. For us, it's very different. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. I mean, at the beginning, when it was just you, there's a little more taboo around it. But like,
definitely
at this point, we love what we do. We own what we do, and we do it proudly. I don't see it being a negative thing at all. I don't care what people think anymore. So I guess that's how you should be. You should get to. I know it's not easy. Another thing you could do though is block off your state or your province, whatever, because that is allowed.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can do that on OnlyFans. So you could do that as a start, but we never did that. You never cared for that, so we just moved on from there.
No, I think I did try to block British Columbia once.
Very specific situation though.
Right at the beginning, and it was simply because of some of the stuff at the gym was coming up, and I was getting really annoyed by that. But yeah, I mean, it's hard because obviously I know that not everybody in the industry is able to be honest and open about what they do. But like, I really do think that if you can consider trying, like, it would just make it so much easier on yourself to not have to hide what you do from people that you care about, especially. Like,
Yeah.
if you're worried about your family, like, really sit down and think about like why.
Yeah.
And why are they going to treat you that way? And like,
Yeah.
you know, my biggest thing is, why do we care about what people think about us, regardless if they're blood or not? Like, if that's really what you want to do, and if you're going to be proud of what you're doing, why are you letting your family have any control over what you do? Like, if they think negatively about you, like, I don't know, I just drop people and I don't care if they're blood. Like, but, you know, I know that not everybody feels the same way. But
I just have to say, if you really are considering doing this for work, just know that you don't have to have 100% confidence right now. As long as you want to do it and you have enough, it's all baby steps. We were not like this when we first started.
No, definitely not.
It's all baby steps. So weigh the pros and cons for sure, but just know that you develop the skills and you develop the confidence as soon as you get into it more and more. And you have to really want it. That's for sure.
And I will say, be prepared. Like, the odds of you hiding it forever from everyone that you don't want to know is literally impossible. People will find out.
Yes.
People will find out and send it to your family. Who knows, right? Like, even if you start doing provocative TikToks, people are going to start.
Yep.
They're going to question what you're doing and they're going to figure it out. It's not that hard to figure out. All you have to do is Google search Mandy Cat now and you find all the shit that I do. And at this point, do I care? Absolutely not.
Exactly.
And I think that is truthfully the attitude that you need to have in order for it to not destroy you.
Yes. You have to really not give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you two date followers or fans?
That's a hard one to answer because I have my own, like, pretty harsh feelings about that.
In the general sense, I think you just have to know. I have to get to know who they are.
Yeah.
I would have a hard time dating a fan or a follower if they acknowledge, if they view me as that and they view themselves as a fan. It's hard for them to see me as a person first or see them as a person first if that's the way they're presenting themselves. Oh, exactly. I'm a fan. If you know what we do but you're still just being you and you're being genuine, and there's potential there. But
yeah, like, friends can still be fans. That's fine.
Yep.
But if you're like, you know, someone that slides into our DMs every other day and is, you know, like, really fanning over us, probably not. Like, that kind of shit chases me away. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm the same. And like, even when I start relationships, if there's somebody that texts me like 20 times in a day, I like fucking book it for the hills. So like, you know, I'm the same.
I for me, it's just, again, you have to know the person. Like, there's been a few fans and followers that have reached out to us and DM'd us, like on Facebook especially, saying really amazing things, genuine, heartfelt things. And I think they're awesome people. So the possibility is there. But
yeah, it's basically like, how big of a pedestal do you have us on? Because if you've got us on a massive pedestal, that relationship tier will probably never work, right? Like, it's the same thing as like, should a student ever date a teacher and that kind of thing. Like, I just don't, if you're not ever going to be on equal playing fields in each other's minds, I just don't think it's going to work. And that's also why celebrities tend to date other celebrities, right? Like,
they just understand. And so we keep saying that it would make sense for our third to be someone in the industry, because it just makes sense.
Being able to understand each other. Yeah,
for sure.
But I'm not claiming us to be celebrities. I didn't mean for it to come across that way, but that's just like the whole, tier level thing. If you really idolize us as much as we love and appreciate you, that probably wouldn't make the best relationship.
All anyone wants to be seen is just themselves
as humans.
Yes, exactly. I love shorts. Thank you.
Oh, somebody said I love shorts.
Yeah, I love to, and more questions. I love shorts. And what's your best pickup line or best that's worked on you? Do you even remember like a pickup line that's worked on you?
No. Yeah,
I don't even. I know during my pickup days or whatever, there's lots of pickup lines, but now it's just
spit them.
What are some of them? It wasn't for me. It wasn't like anything super specific. Like, I'm not gonna be like, hey, are you Gillette? Because you're the best a man can get. You know, I'm not gonna say something stupid like that when I do that. It was always just like, you know, approach them and try to spark up a conversation that has something to do with them or physically or whatever it was. Or I know I said this one a lot, but during those times, the God hand was a big one. Which just like, obviously we're at the club, right?
You told me about that.
Yeah, you're at the club, you're hanging out. That's a different setting. But if you're at the club and you see a girl walk by, you just stick out your hand with lots of positive demeanor. And then most often than not, girls just grab your hand and then you just pull them in and you chat. That's all it really is.
I love that.
And if they don't, then
plus you're still giving them the choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're not really instigating to the point of.
I have to say that
trapped.
100% of the time it worked.
I like that.
You just stick out your hand, make eye contact with them. They often do just come towards you. So
I like
yeah,
that.
I never had any pickup lines. Now it's more just like, I just feel like me being genuine, they can feel it. So if I'm interested in a girl, I'm like, hey, I really like your vibe, or I really like your outfit's awesome. Like, you know, it's just stuff like that. It's super simple.
I do not have pickup lines. I am not.
You never had to be though. So.
I'm not sly. Yeah, I'm not very good at that shit. But I've never had to be. So don't have any.
I'm not gonna leave this in. But someone says, have you ever tried Beastiality?
Okay, so we're gonna leave that in.
Okay.
That's the fucking one. I knew that was gonna come up. That's the fucking one that I had to Google today.
Oh, okay.
That I was like, oh, my Google search is gonna be weird.
And what did you come up with your research?
Fucked up. That's so fucked up, bro. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I think they're asking as a joke more or less, but I mean,
are you sure?
Who fucking knows?
Was there a crying, laughing emoji?
No,
was there
nothing,
anything that instigated it was a joke?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know, but I'm sorry. Like, bestiality, bro. Girl, bro, I don't fucking know who asked that. That's fucked up shit. I don't give a fuck. You're fucked.
I think they were asking as a joke.
I'm kink shaming that one. That one gets to be kink shamed. That's illegal.
Okay. Anyways, moving on. Last question. Last question I have, which I think it's a good one to end it off. Even though we've said it multiple times, and these questions obviously mean that you guys aren't watching the whole podcast episodes. But
we want to end it on a duplicate. Are you sure?
It's not technical.
Okay, fine.
We'll see if you have more. Will you ever have on a guest? Or just you two, which I love y'all, but spicy guests would be fun.
We're trying. We also don't want to just put anyone on the podcast.
Yes, of course.
It's important that we vibe with them, but yes, we're trying our hardest. We've got things set up. We've said it.
And guys, just because we're in the sex industry, it doesn't mean all of a sudden we're on a database of all the sex workers and we can just all intermingle and find out each other. Like, we have to build relations and build rapport. Things take time.
Also, we're in Canada.
That's true too. It's like, dry out here.
Yeah, legit. Like, we're not close to anyone, okay? Like, no, it's not easy. We've got people flying to come see us over the next few months. Y'all just back the fuck up. We're trying our best, okay?
Yes, but we can rest assured there will be guests this year. So
yes. Gosh.
No worries.
Oh, okay. We'll end on this one. Do you like your ass ate? Why are we not?
Do you want to answer first or me answer first?
I love my ass being ate. Are you kidding? As long as it's been clean, as long as I'm comfortable with my own hygiene in the moment, or else I just can't get on with it.
Yeah, that goes beyond your ass though. That's literally everything about you.
Yeah, I can't nothing feels pleasurable to me if I'm even questioning my own hygiene.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if I'm fresh out of the shower and I've done a good little cleanup in there, absolutely, please tongue punch my fart box.
Yeah,
Did I say that right?
That's the saying, yeah.
Yes.
I agree. I love my ass being eaten, and I love eating out ass. When we were in LA that one time, we were hanging out with our friends by the hot tub, and we were doing like the whole finger thing. I can't remember what it was. We were playing the game Have I Ever?
Oh.
And then someone's like, have you ever eaten out ass? And then one girl's like, oh, I've never eaten out ass. And me and bro like, you never eat out ass? What's wrong with you? And we bonded through that moment. But I love eating out ass, and I love having my ass eaten. It's just another pleasure. Mm-hmm. And when you're getting your cock stroked and your ass eaten at the same time, it's a lot of beautiful sensations.
Isn't that called something?
I don't know.
Is it called a rusty trombone?
Oh, maybe that would make sense.
That would make sense.
But we did it the other day, and you said that you really enjoyed it or something. I can't remember what you said.
Yeah. Well, okay. So this might be TMI. I'm so sorry, you guys. I've noticed previously that like when somehow getting my own anal. My own anal substance fluid, the secretions in my mouth, that it's sweet, and it's freaked me out, and I was like, why is it so sweet? So is yours?
Yeah, it's just the glands that get produced. It's just the glands. Mm-hmm. When you're aroused, it gets produced. It naturally is sweet in general. So, Yeah.
You would assume that someone's butthole would taste like poop, but as long as it's been cleaned properly first and they're turned on, the secretions are very sweet.
And that's a big thing too. I think coming from a man, you really have to be like aroused and open. I know the amount of times that we have sex and my butt feels wet after or during, and I tell you that. I don't recall that ever happening in my sexual experiences before you. So I don't know.
I do think it's just a comfortability thing.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, no, we both enjoy
giving and receiving
of the ass eating.
Yes.
And happily would do to other people as well, as long as their hygiene was also up to par.
Yes. Plus I just love it. Just sit on my face or push your butt into my face. You know how much I love that. I really like that too. You don't like sitting on me very often, sit on my face. I love just sit on my face and let me eat you out. Pussy, butt, whatever it is. I love it. I
know you would happily die via suffocation, my ass cheeks or my titties.
Yeah,
for sure.
I very much so enjoy that. So.
Oh boy, that was a good one to end on.
Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Hopefully you got a little bit deeper into our minds, because that's basically all this was. Would you rather and answering these questions. Yeah, Can
you just grab her for the last shot? We could get all 3 cats in one shot.
Sorry for waking you up.
She's been sleeping on the couch the whole time, just out of the shot of the camera. There we go. Look it.
Oh, she's nice and warm.
Aww.
There you go. All cats. All having a good time.
This is so cute.
So much pussy around.
Always.
Anyways, guys, thank you for listening or watching. We really appreciate the love and support that you guys are giving, especially as of late. We've been posting lots of just funny TikToks, real life TikToks, and the feedback's been great. And actually, I feel like we're enjoying it too. So
yeah, it's fun for us to switch up our content style a little bit. But yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace out.
Peace out. Hey, that's what I say.
I know.